Kendall Styba-Nelson was last seen on January 20th, 2024 in Sidney on Vancouver Island. Kendall is 26 years old and she is 5 feet 4 inches tall and she weighs 126 pounds with blonde hair and green eyes. Police are very concerned for Kendall's health and well-being. Anyone with any information on her whereabouts is urged to call their local police or Crime Stoppers. I'm going to read this news article to you because Kendall is mentioned in it and it's sort of linked to her disappearance. Emergency room discharge process at island hospitals under review after complaints. Neighbors have complained about vulnerable, unhoused patients being dumped at bus stops. This article is written by Cindy E. Harnett and it goes as follows. Health officials are reviewing emergency room discharge practices at Royal Jubilee Hospital and others across the island after reports of vulnerable and unhoused patients being left by security staff at bus stops. Juliana Nielsen, a neighbor to the Royal Jubilee, said that she sees discharged patients in hospital gowns, blankets, wristbands, or carrying bags brought to the bus stops outside the Royal Jubilee, where they sometimes collapse or pass out. Most appear unhoused. Recently, she saw a woman taken by 4 security guards to the bus stop. Resident Carol Pettigrew said that she saw a young woman brought to the bus stop by 2 security guards while staff watched on, concerned. The young woman's belongings were falling out of a paper bag, and she kept walking out of her shoes, and she did not have a coat despite of the cold. She ran from the bus stop and disappeared somewhere past the parking lot, said Pettigrew, in an open letter to Health Minister Adrian Dix. Afterwards, Outer Gulf RCMP issued a missing persons alert for 26-year-old Kendall Styba-Nelson, who was reported missing, last seen in Sidney on January 20th. Pettigrew said she can't get rid of the memory of what she witnessed. How is this province of peace and prosperity when our government cannot provide a safe and caring place for the mentally afflicted that will also assure safety and security for those with the skill to care for them? Premier Eby said that both Island Health and Vancouver Coastal Health are looking into recent complaints about the discharge process to determine what policies or procedures could be contributing. A Vancouver resident went public with similar accounts of patients being dumped at a bus stop outside the Vancouver General Hospital. Nielsen, whose apartment is across the street from a local hospital bus stop, said the discharged patients she sees on the street are rarely physically threatening. She said she observes many people who appear to require assistance to sit or stand. Grant McKenzie, spokesperson for Our Place Society, which provides support, including shelter for people in need, said there's not enough supportive housing for people dealing with severe mental illness. People discharged at night from the emergency room are sometimes brought to Our Place, but McKenzie said that they are not equipped to accommodate people with severe mental illness. Outreach workers are compassionate and caring, but they are not mental health nurses. BC United Health critic Shirley Bond said that it is essential that there be a strategy across all health authorities to make sure that when someone is discharged from the hospital, an appropriate plan is in place, particularly for the unhoused. I've heard of this happening across our province and across Canada. I'm not sure how many other countries are having a problem with their hospitals and the way they discharge or the way they treat patients. And hopefully they can resolve this situation. But I'll keep you updated in another video. I think this is very important for BC citizens to understand that hopefully they can rectify it and help these people.